got from Aeson, and with how he's playing MPL was that despite the distance, they weren't completely bothered by that, but then it's a different story because now it's 4 of their players isolated. So, I mean, if they can still shine from that, then they should be good. If they continue to find ways to make themselves work in this meta, then it should be good for LPE.
Alright, now, I gotta say this though real quick. Aspect is getting a lot of kills, but at the same time, LPE is just forcing, it's just being forced to just pour everything down onto Aeson there.
Beating Diggy. I didn't think that, I mean, a part of me was hoping that that's not what we're gonna see, but hey, if it's gonna work, then it's gonna work, maybe, for Aeson, because LPE, with the lineup that they have here, the Granger, the Esmeralda, the Harith, you want to keep doing this so that they get less sources of gold, because if they get to farm up fast, it's gonna be bad for Blacklist.
And Turtle will be started off by Wiser, and Aeson is just buying a lot of time here. Almost taking down Aspect in the process. No, my Venus already in position, hunting down Aspect himself, but will be deciding to back off.
Yeah, and Aeson's back, and Aspect will go down if he's not careful.
Yep, this is a... Yeah, S is going to go back. Aspect almost down. Oheb going to be flickering on over to secure the first kill, as well as the Turtle being secured by Blacklist International.
Now, an interesting thing Wolf told me is that Marky, player from Onyx, mentioned to him that, you know, with the amateur players who came up, you know, with the grit and the grind, they usually focus on one hero or just two, and then that's how they'll make it into the pros, by playing those really well. Alice is that hero that Oheb started off with being known for. The second one that he brought in was that Harith.
As Oheb is currently in a situation there against Jake the Dog over at the Turtle Pit area. Edward almost low on HP as well, but manages to survive.
The red escape there by Edward, and Aeson is just going to keep doing this right now. Again, if this is new to you, then welcome to a strategy that we were surprised by Aura bringing out in Season 6, Week 2.
The opening matchup for Season 6. For their matchup, I mean.
Yeah.
And now, it begs to ask, how is LP going to fight against Blacklist International here?
Scrappy, just like this.
Just like this, indeed. They managed to take down 2, and now Blacklist International is coming out on top. BMO will be slowly falling down. He's going to be forced to back off. Jake the Dog in the backlines, as well as Arbs, does not want to overstay their welcome there.
Blacklist?
Oh, it will be disengaging, but as I say that, Arbs will be popping out the ultimate, and he will dish out a lot of damage, but it's not enough. Ryota will try to pick up the slack on that Esmeralda, but will still be backing off.
Now this is the game plan here for Blacklist. They're banking on the thought that, you know what, LPE, they have mobile heroes and the side laners can respond fast to fights like that, and that's what they're doing. They're baiting that out. But as they do that, as LPE keeps responding from the side lanes, Oheb and Edward are free to push, and they can't let that Alice push and get that Winter Truncheon ASAP. They can't let Edward's Benedetta, who had an MVP performance yesterday, farm up fast and push the side lanes as well, because Blacklist know how to make the most out of the fact that their side lanes are winning, and that's how they get objectives such as this.
Yeah, and right now, LPE is just trying to find more objectives here because they know for a fact that they are losing the team fights. They don't want to go into the fight just yet. So they're trying to cut the minion waves in the bottom lane to try to push an advantage themselves. And we'll try to catch Edward, who's trying to defend this for himself. We'll try to chip out the damage there from the turret. But Edward, beautiful 1v3 fight there. Half HP onto Aspect and onto Arbs.
Electo final blow, and he knew he had the second skill, an eye for an eye, to stop damage from coming in and be able to dash out as well. Great play and understanding of Benedetta there by Edward.
And I like how Blacklist is playing the entire game right now. Secure the objectives, just get as much as information, and just to catch LPE off guard. Speaking of which, Blacklist, they are catching BMO off guard time and time and again.
Now I like what Aspect and Ryota did here. Instead of like reacting and trying to protect their own jungle, they need to push out the side lanes, and they need to keep getting more turrets here. The opportunity for them to just focus on helping Aspect farm is gone. You have a lot of potential carries into the mid to the late game. You have the Harith and the Esmeralda on your side, so focus on getting the turrets first. LPE need to keep this up, but the question is, has the lead just gone on too far on now to favor Blacklist? Because it's a 6k gold lead for Blacklist, meaning that in team fights, even a 3-man team fight by Blacklist, just their main middle core, is going to be more than enough to take out members of LPE.
And Oheb just needs to make sure that he times his blood orb properly to just get that much damage down the line. Especially considering the fact that Blacklist International does have a rather bursty composition here compared to how LPE is playing it, with Aspect just trying to dish out consistent damage, manages to make it out alive. Ryota.
So close there. Did need to go back, and now LPE are on the defense. Blacklist has just completely surprised LPE with how quickly they played this game. They sacrificed Isun, they sacrificed just barely anyone. It was just Isun who's died the entire match, or the entire game for Blacklist International.
That is true. He's offering his life for the cause, and it's working properly. And because of that, they are able to seize up a lot of turrets. Oheb diving in with the blood orb just to zone out LPE from pushing forward. Ryota will try to cut the minion waves to prevent this turret from going down. But as I say that, there is a big fight here over to the bottom lane. Gets the stun onto Wise, but they are backing off. The Zama Force will be laid out by Jake the Dog. Will not dish out a lot of damage, as the time bombs themselves are the ones dishing out a lot of damage. BMO, 1 HP and a Dream, manages to make it out.
And Blacklist, they can continue this momentum and keep bullying and pushing back the members of LPE. They have the gold lead to do it this early in the game. We haven't hit 8 minutes yet, and they're already this far up. They can keep this up, but at one point they're gonna have to stop and then go for the Lord of their own. With that, because LPE will barely be able to get out of their own side of the river.
Man, unless Blacklist decides to end it here, and I feel like they can get 4 members down. As I say that, the Electro Final Blow will be pushed out here by Edward, and will manage to secure the kill onto BMO.
Ooh, Blacklist, they are going to be continuing this. Good call by them. The next objective won't spawn for another 45 seconds. If they get this inhibitor, it's going to be a big win.
And they might actually get ARPs at the same time. Oheb dives in with a blood orb, but will be forced to back off.
And now we saw there how useful a Matilda is in this meta. Just that guiding wind, the shield that she'll be able to provide with more than enough to keep LPE alive. Another fight.
It wasn't the best falling star move that Ryota could have done. Does not actually dish out a lot of damage. And this is the problem that LPE had, because they were pouring a lot of the attention onto Eson. They're just unable to farm properly. Even the side lanes weren't able to thrive at all in this entire game.
Yeah, this is a lineup that the lineup of LPE is focused on scaling. They want a longer game. They want to be able to farm up, but then Blacklist, they did not get that opportunity because Isun is absolutely worthless to kill right now, and at the same time, because of just how well Wise, or how free Wise was to farm up, the assist Oh My Venus was racking up, was helping him build up items, running Avarice there with the Popol and Koopa. Oheb as well, the multiple times LPE responded to helping Aspect. Oheb was left alone to farm, push lanes, get gold from the shield turret. All that just built up to the point where we are now. 9 minutes in, a 10k gold lead for Blacklist.
Not a very, it's not always that you would see this lead 9 minutes into the game, but this Lord will fall down. Blacklist will have another advantage pushing over to the mid lane. As I say that, Oheb will go in through a bit of a sticky situation. Their time's journey will be pushed out, and they manage to take down ARPs at the same time. We will be forced to back up. The Electro Final Blow by Edward will try to push forward. Will try to take down Aspect, manages to make it out alive himself, and Oheb will take down BMO over to the back lines with his ultimate.
What a bait there by Oheb, knowing that these guys don't have enough damage. Maybe they'll be able to almost bring me down. That was on the clutch use of the time's journey by Isun coming in and helping him out.
Ryota diving in again with a Falling Star move. That's the best Falling Star move that he could go for. The turret still falls down. We'll just try to delay the inevitable here as Jake the Dog, Ryota, Arms, and Aspect will try to defend this top lane turret.
Because of the lack of the minion wave, they will be able to. They're not going to continue pushing it out, but that's a free Lord here for Wise, and they're just going to wait for this Lord. Won't be surprised if Blacklist will actually be able to end this fight when that Lord finally gets to the base of LPE.
Yeah, it's a mid lane push for the Lord. They can focus their attention elsewhere all across the map, and they will just continue on with the pressure. The top lane is the only turret standing here for LPE, and it's not looking like a good time for LPE at all. And BMO just getting a bunch of the damage from that hat trick.
Yeah, this is not going to end well for LPE.
The Glorious Pathway, though, it will be pushed back. Oh, beautiful stun there by Oheb. Manages to take down Arts. Edward with the Electro final blow with the triple kill. A Maniac, but a potential savage here on Ryota.
He's not gonna give in.
But that is the name of the game here. Blacklist International takes game number 1 in this best of 3.
2 Maniacs in a day.